Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're out the range doing some upgrades. Yes, it's springtime, and every spring we like to clean up the range, reorganize it, and our friends at Challenge Target will come out and bring out some new products for us to play with. One of those new products is this plate rack here behind me. This is something we've desperately needed here on the Mac range. I love shooting plate racks. We'll talk about it, plus some other products that they brought out, some affordable products and some kind of expensive products like this. But if you have a permanent range, you'll definitely be interested in a plate rack system possibly. But also, we had the guys from Kessler out, and they brought out a professional grade high-speed slow motion camera to capture bullets impacting steel plates. A lot of discussion goes on out there on the internet about what actually happens when a bullet impacts a steel plate and how close is too close and is it safe or not. So we're going to kind of touch upon some of that in this video with some evidence from a slow motion camera to show you guys exactly what happens when that bullet contacts steel. So let's get everything all set up and start filming this afternoon's video, because I'm really excited to show you some of these products, and I'm also excited for you guys to check out this slow motion video because it is incredible. Let's get going. All right, guys, I'm going to try something new today. These are called sport ears. These are not electronic devices. They're mechanical, but you put them in your ear, like an earplug, and normal conversational tones or noises are reduced by 5 dB or 5 decibels. When an impact noise occurs, they immediately shut a little valve in there mechanically. I don't know how it works, but it's supposed to provide 33 decibels of noise reduction. So I'm kind of curious how these are going to work this afternoon, because they're not electronic and I don't know what to expect. So yes, I do have ears on today. You might not be able to see them because they're black, but this is my first range session with these sport ears. I'm kind of curious how well they perform. This is the new Challenge Target plate rack system. Plate racks are an incredible amount of fun because it really teaches you speed and accuracy. This plate rack is a little bit different than other plate racks I've used in the past. Now this is rated up to 5.56, which you can also use, 5.45 by 39 or even 7.62 by 39, just not 308. And the reason you don't want to use 308 is because the pins that hold this AR500 steel in place really get beat up by 308s. But if you get back to 100 yards or so, you can use this plate rack with your rifles, which makes it pretty cool. Another thing that's really interesting, well, first of all, let's just talk about some of the basic functionality of the plate system. So here's one of the steel plates. The plate, when you hit it, obviously falls rearward. We have a nut right here that we can turn in and out to adjust just how much lean forward these plates have, so you can calibrate them to different calibers. The heavier the caliber, let the plate lean a little bit further. That way, it requires more energy to knock the plate over. You can quickly and easily take the plates apart simply by pulling out little pull pins. I'm not going to take the system apart right now. I want to leave it set up so we can do some shooting this afternoon. Now, each one of these plates is also rotatable. So right now we have the plate rack facing the shooting line this way. If I pull this one big pin out in the back and rotate it to a 45-degree angle, now I can shoot at the plate rack from a 45-degree angle. I can go one step further and rotate it a full 90 degrees. And now I can set the plate rack up where I knock them down this way. All right, so that's kind of cool. Our range doesn't allow for 360 shooting, so we're going to set it up and only shoot it this way today because we have houses on both sides of us here, and we just have a big berm behind us. And so we're going to set it up for the safest way to shoot it this afternoon. So these little plates are AR500, and you have 6 plates, and once the plates are knocked over, you have the reset arm. And there's a little cable that runs back to the shooting line, and when you pull this cable, you pull it, and this little bar comes up and resets the targets. Then the weight of the reset system will want to pull itself down, just gently ease it down. If you don't have the plates properly calibrated, if you drop the bar, you may knock one of the plates over, and that's common with all plate rack systems. So just go ahead and reset the plates and then just ease it down so it doesn't bang and you won't reset any of your, or knock over any of your targets. So the plate rack that we see here sells for $1,495. It weighs about 300 pounds, so I don't even know what shipping would be. But it comes with everything you see here, including this handy dandy little challenge target banner. Ships with each one of them, so all your friends know you're a cool guy in town because you're using challenge targets. This is another one of the new products from Challenge Targets that I'm really excited about. You'll see me shooting Texas Stars when I go out to Young's Long Shot, which is about an hour and a half from here. That's our long range. But every chance I get, I love to go over and use their Texas Star because it's just kind of fun. It gives you a moving target to shoot at and teaches you leading targets. This is the Challenge Target Shooting Star, and it looks pretty conventional, but it does have some differences from other products on the market. All right, so first of all, it has two weather-sealed bearings inside this little stand back here. The whole target is armor-plated, so this is all AR500 armor. You can see where we've shot this purposely, both with 9mm and 45, and you can see it's just scratching the plate. There's no divots or anything like that, and these are AR500 steel plates as well, and these pop off when you hit them. Now, it is just a pistol target. You don't want to shoot any part of the mechanism down here, especially with a rifle. At 100 yards, you could probably shoot at these if you're really sure of what you're doing, but if you're going to accidentally hit this hub system, it's not made of armor plating and you don't want to hit it. So we're just going to use it as a pistol target. Let's take a look on the back side of the target. So this is how the plates work. When a bullet hits the plate, it pops out against this spring and just falls away. Okay, when that happens, you'll see that now the wheel's free to move. Each time you knock off one of these little steel plates, it changes the balance of the system and makes the wheel want to spin more. You can also make things a little bit harder for yourself before you start shooting. Just start the target spinning and go back. And you can see that the bearing system is pretty slick. It'll let that thing spin for quite some time. You can see the bearing working here. Now, this is another important part. You notice that this bearing is exposed. It's because each side of this housing has the same weather-sealed bearings in it. This is their first product to come to market with a Texas Star, but they have plans for this basic mechanism that will increase the fun factor, let's say. You'll be able to take another Star wheel and put it on back here, so you'll have two stars going instead of just one, so you have multiple plates to shoot at. Another thing that they're working on is, and using this as a base, is just swinging targets and counterweighted targets. They have a lot of plans for this unit, but this is their current Star system, and I'm pretty darn happy with just having a Texas Star out here to shoot. These things can be quite challenging. Now we're going to give the Texas Star a try. Jason went down range and spun the darn thing, so I've never shot at one that was spinning that fast before. Let's see if I can lead this target properly. Wow, they get going fast. I got really lucky there that I didn't miss one. Let's run down range and reset the target. I'm going to make the weapon safe, take the round out of the chamber, lay it down here so the muzzle's not pointing towards us, and let's go down here and reset the target. So to reset it, you just pick up your steel plate. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold, guys. Grab this little hook in the spring, pull it back, set the target in its recess notch there, and that's one plate down. So it's fairly simple to reset the target. And one more. And that's all there is to it to reset the target. So I'm going to do to Jason what he did to me.
All right. I have never, ever, ever shot one of these targets before. So this is going to be a challenge for me. Yeah, that thing's going fast. All right. That was a lot of fun.
One thing, guys, that you'll always want to remember when shooting steel plates, I don't care how far away from it you are, is to wear eye protection. When we're shooting these steel plates at 7 to 10 yards, you will feel bullet fragments coming back at you. When that bullet hits a steel plate, we can see in slow motion video, that spalling goes out at an unpredictable course away from that steel plate. It also has a lot to do with how much that steel plate has been defaced in the front, how many divots it has in it, how those spalling pieces will come back towards the shooter, and sometimes they do. And it also has to do with how far the target leans forward versus being perfectly flush or straight up and down to the shooter. To play it safe, always wear eye protection, because even this afternoon I'm feeling bullet fragments hit me. It's probably from the fragments hitting the plate going up and then just falling back down. They don't hurt, but you definitely don't want anything to get into your eyes. So again, shoot steel, put eyes on. So I realize, and Challenge Target realizes, that not everybody has $1,495 to spend on a 300-pound plate rack system. That plate rack system, once you get it set up, you're not going to want to tear it down every weekend and take it home. You're going to want to put it in some place that's semi-permanent. Well, Challenge Targets came up with a cool concept. It's called the do-it-yourself plate rack system, and that's what we have here. For $199, you'll get the plates that you see here. Everything that you see that's metal comes in that $199 kit. What you're going to have to do to get this up and running is run to your local hardware store and pick up a 4x4 and at least 4 cinder blocks. You can stack it up maybe 6 cinder blocks high, 3 on each side if you would like. I wouldn't get it too high, because then you might have to worry about knocking it over. But the way we have it set up right here, it's really, really rigid, and it can easily handle handgun calibers. Now you can set these plates up to do 2 different types of things. You can use them with the spring that comes supplied in the kit, and when you hit the plate, it resets itself. So you don't have to go back down range and reset your targets. Another way that you can set it up is simply take the spring out that comes in the kit, and when you hit the target, it just stays down, which will require you to go down range and reset the target, because it doesn't have a pull rope system and reset system like the $1,400 plate rack does. So this one can be easily torn down, stuck in something as small as a Jeep, and easily portable. You can set it up in just a few minutes, and you can go to your buddy's house or wherever. And I'm probably going to wind up using this quite a bit, simply because I can fit it in my Jeep and it's not ridiculously heavy. You guys may not know this about me, but I actually competed in cowboy action shooting back in the 1990s. I always wanted to get a model 1887 shotgun Winchester, but never wanted a spring for an original. Well, for 319 bucks, J&G Sales has these Chinese made shotguns that are pretty much a 100% facsimile of the original 1887, which means it's affordable for you to shoot and play gun games with, like cowboy action shooting. It loads through the top like this. It's like a big old piece of artillery. So you got 1 in there, 2, 3, 4, a 4th one in there. I'm just going to stick a 5th one in the pipe, close it up. Now, if you guys are a fan of the Terminator movies, you'll recognize this shotgun. Arnold used it in one of those movies. All right, here we go. This is our do-it-yourself $199 plate rack. Wow, that's a long throw on that lever. That's actually pretty fun. I'll have to play around with this some more. At the NRA show this year, I noticed a new target from Challenge Targets that really caught my eye. It seems like it was a popular seller at the show as well, and it's their new hostage target. Now, this is nothing new. It's been done before, but other targets that I've seen and used have the bad guy target have the hinge mechanism welded or bolted to the back of the good guy target or the no-shoot target. So when you hit that target with something like a 308, just the energy of that target being hit will spin the bad guy target around. So Challenge Target took that concept and evolved it so that that won't happen. So you'll notice that the two targets set independently of each other on two separate stands. So no matter how hard you hit the no-shoot target, it will not cause the bad guy target to flip. It has an added bonus of these two targets, when a bullet hits them, will kind of vibrate in opposite directions, making that second shot even more difficult. Now, if you don't want that to happen, if you want them to stay rigid and you don't want them moving independently of each other, you can take this little bar right here, which has two bolts holding it in place, and move it up to here where you have two more holes cut in this target frame, and it'll pinch these together. So now when they do move, they'll move together after an impact. So it's user configurable. It's also very easy to take this target down for easy portability, I should say, and easy setup. 369 bucks. Not a bad price for a target like this. Well guys, it's time to wrap things up this afternoon, head back to the house, but I hope you enjoyed coming out and checking out the Mac range with some of the new toys that we have courtesy of Challenge Targets. If you would like to purchase some of your own Challenge Targets, I'll put a discount code down below in the description. You guys can swing by and pick up some targets at a discounted rate. I do not receive any kickbacks for those sales. That's just simply a gift to you from me and my friends over at Challenge Target. Also, if you'd like to support the Military Arms channel, given all the craziness we're having right now with YouTube, the best way to do that is swing by and check out our Patreon page. Become a subscriber, and we give you all sorts of perks. We give some outstanding deals on products. We sell stuff at rock bottom prices just to our Patreon members, and all sorts of fun stuff. Some behind the scenes stuff gets posted, and some private videos as well. If you haven't already, also please check out Copper Custom. It's another way to support us here at the Military Arms channel. It's coppercustom.com, which is our online store. And of course, check out full30.com. That's full30.com. We've taken all the web's best firearms content creators and brought them under one roof, and that is full30.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all those years of support. We'll talk to you guys soon. Oh! Trying to walk and shoot, not real good. Thanks for watching, guys.